Hello everyone, this is Lata Akula. In this video, we are going to study about phylum Aschelminthus. So this Aschelminthus, they involve roundworms. The name roundworms they acquired because when the body is cut in transversely and observed that appears circular in nature, hence they are called as roundworms. And these worms are free living. They may be live freely without showing any association with any other animals, and they may live in water, hence they are aquatic. They may live in the land also, terrestrial. And some of the forms they may exhibit a parasitic relationship with the plants and animals also. In parasitic forms, they exhibit parasitic. They associate with the plants and animals and causes disease also. And these organisms, the body organization, if we see that they have organ system level of organization. What is the organ system level of organization? Different organisms group together and form a functional physiological system that is called as organ system. And these organisms are bilaterally symmetrical. So when we cut these animals in one direction, in one plane that divides the animal into equal left and right halves, that is called as bilateral symmetry. And these are triploblastic nature. That means they consist of three germinal layers, and they are coelomate animals. Coelomate means what we have discussed. Between the body wall and gut wall, there is mesodermal pouches are scattering. That nature is called as pseudocoelomate nature. And the alimentary canal, they have well developed pharynx is also present in this. And there is an excretory pore is present. By means of that, the waste material or excreta will be released out, and the sexes are separate. So up to now we are studying that hermaphrodites, male and female sexes are combined, but from this the sexes are separate, not combined. So that condition is called as dioecious. If the both sexes are included in one animal, that is called as hermaphrodite nature. And these animals are dioecious in nature, and both male and female animals are separate. And the females, if we see the male, this is the male ascaris and this is female ascaris. This female ascaris is much larger than the male ascaris. And fertilization takes place inside the body of the female, hence it is internal fertilization. They exhibit internal fertilization, and development they may be a direct or indirect. Direct means there is no larval stage. Indirect means there is larval stage. Example, ascaris. Ascaris is nothing but roundworms. And Ancylostoma. Ancylostoma means hookworms. And Ochraria, they are called as filarial worms, which cause filariasis disease. So this is about Aschelminthus. So what is the body nature? The body is circular, hence they are called as roundworms. They are free living, aquatic. Some of the members they may show parasitic association with the plants and animals. Exhibits organ system level of organization. They are bilaterally symmetrical, triploblastic and pseudocoelomate animals. Alimentary canal has a well developed pharynx is present, and there is an excretory pore is present to remove the waste material outside. The sexes are separated, hence these are dioecious animals. And females are much larger than the males, and development is fertilization is internal fertilization occurs, that is occurs in the inside the body of the female, and development may be a direct or indirect. Examples are Ascaris lumbricoides, they are roundworms. Next, Ochraria branchiatis, that is filarial worms. And Cyclostoma. We see the Annelida. These Annelida they includes leeches, earthworms, nereis will be included in this phylum. These annelids they may be terrestrial ones, they may live on the land. Some of the members they may be aquatic, lives in the water like nereis, and they may be freeling, and some of them they may be act as a parasite. We know that leech It is a blood-sucking leech. It is a parasitic on animals. And they exhibits body organization. If we see that, they exhibits organ system level of organization. That means different organs will combine together and form an organ system, which will forms a functional physiological system that is called as organ system level of organization. And these organisms are bilaterally symmetrical. That means they can be divided into left and right halves when we cut in one plate. And triploblastic animals, which contains 3 layers, coelom is present. They exhibit metamerically segmented nature. Here, the body is divided into several small segment-like structures which will separate the body externally and internally. These are called as metameres. So the body is separated by these segments, and this is called as metameric segmentation. The body surface is distinctly marked by several segments or metameres. Hence, the name Annelida, it is derived from the Latin word annulus, means small little rings. So many little rings are present. Hence, we call it as annelids. And they consist of longitudinal and circular muscles for the locomotions. So most of them, they do not have any locomotory organs, but instead they consist of longitudinal and circular muscles which will contract and expand and helps the movement of the earthworms. But whereas aquatic annelids like Nereis, they consist of lateral appendages. See this. So the lateral appendages are present, which are called as parapodia. This parapodia, they helps in the swimming of the Nereis, which helps for the swimming of the Nereis. Parapodia are the lateral appendages which helps for the swimming. They consist of closed circulatory system. Closed circulatory system means the blood flows from the heart to different parts of the body by means of blood vessels. The blood is flowing through those vessels, that is called as closed circulatory system. Hence, they consist of blood vessels. And the excretion is by means of nephridia. Nephridia, they helps in osmotic regulation, also for the elimination of the waste materials. If we see the neural system, they have a paired ganglia present. These ganglia, they are connected to the lateral nerves to a double ventral nervous system. This is the characteristic feature of the earthworms. And the Nereis, if we see the Nereis, they are dioecious in condition. That means male animal and female animal are separate. But whereas earthworms and leeches, they are monoecious in condition. That means in single earthworm, both male and female sex organs are present in one animal. That condition is called as monoecious condition. So example for the dioecious annelids are Nereis. Examples for the monoecious annelids are leech and earthworm. And reproduction is by means of sexual mode and the development is direct, and internal fertilization occurs in these. And here if you see the examples of these organisms, Nereis, this is the aquatic annelid. Perithema is called as earthworm. And Hyrudinare is nothing but blood sucking leech. So these are the characters of the annelids. What are the characters of annelids? Annelida means what? Small little ring like structures. The body is segmented in the form of small rings, hence the name Annelida. And these animals, they have longitudinal and circular muscles for the locomotion, whereas aquatic annelids have like Nereis, they have lateral appendages like parapodia for swimming, and they consist of closed circulatory system, and excretion is by means of nephridia. Neural system, they consist of paired ganglia which are connected by the lateral nerves to the double ventral nerve cord. And this Nereis is the dioecious, and whereas the leech and earthworm are the monoecious. And the reproduction is by means of sexual mode, and examples are the Nereis, Perithema, Hyrudinea. These are the examples of Annelida. With this we have completed Annelida.